Danny,
Yeah?
happy belated Thanksgiving. I liked watching football with you on Thursday. That was fun.
Yeah.
I did not like seeing the Packers beat Detroit, though. That was a bummer. Did you keep track of how many games you won last week?
Probably got like 5 right.
There were 16 games.
That I got right?
No, 16 total games.
Oh.
You got 10 right. I only got 8 right. So you beat me. You beat me for the first time. Yep, I know. Well, on the season, you have 24 wins in the 3 weeks that we've done this. I have 26 wins. So on the season, I'm still up 2 games on you.
How many did I win?
You have 24 wins. I have 26.
So I didn't go, not better.
Not better than me, but only 2 behind me. And, you know, I think I know something about football, but you do too, because you're right on my trail, right on my tail. Okay, let's get right into the Week 13 action. Okay? So the first game on Thursday night is the Seattle Seahawks
And
at
Cowboys.
the Dallas Cowboys. So the Cowboys, we watched some of that game on Thursday. They crushed Washington.
It was, let me guess, I think it was 20 to 10?
I thought it was like 45 to 10 or something. Because at one point it was 20 to 10, and then it just exploded from there. Dallas returned an interception for a touchdown. A guy on the Cowboys, I think his name is Deron Bland, he has 5 interception returns for touchdowns this season. It's a record. And they still have 6 games left.
Wow.
So Dallas is crushing it on offense and defense.
They won 8 games and lost 3.
Yeah, 8-3. I got them with another win this week. Dak Prescott's playing better than Geno Smith. CeeDee Lamb's on fire. Micah Parsons is going to wreak havoc on the Seattle offense. I got Cowboys 30, Seahawks 21.
I got Cowboys winning 28 to 15.
Okay, okay. What's the next game we got there on Sunday?
Chargers at Patriots.
Chargers at Patriots. You kind of like both these teams, don't you?
Kinda, yeah.
But if you look at their records,
Well, now
oof.
I don't really like the Patriots anymore.
No, because they're bad this year. I watched some of that game against the Giants.
They're worse than the Bears now.
They're way worse.
I mean, the Bears went to the Vikings, and now they're actually doing pretty good.
Yeah, and the Patriots, I mean,
Did they win 4 and then lose?
well, the Patriots only have 2 wins. I think they have like 9 losses maybe now.
Yeah.
But they're not doing good. Both of these teams are disappointing. I think Herbert is way better than anybody the Patriots have that's going to play quarterback. I got Chargers 14, Patriots 10 in a low-scoring snooze fest.
I have a lower score.
Lower.
28 to 19 Chargers win.
28-19. Okay, I got 14-10. So, you know, we both have Chargers winning.
A blowout for the Chargers, pretty much.
28-19, yeah.
That's a big.
That's a big blowout.
Yeah.
Okay. The next game is the Cardinals visiting the Pittsburgh Steelers. The Steelers fired that offensive coach last week. They played against the Bengals. You watched some of that game. I thought the Steelers looked pretty good offensively. I don't think you can necessarily say because they fired their coach on offense, they're better. I think they're just lucky that the Bengals don't have Burrow. So it was kind of an easy win for them. I think this is going to be another easy win for them. I got Steelers 23, Cardinals 12. How about you?
I have Pittsburgh.
Pittsburgh, yep.
Pittsburgh Steelers 15 to 10.
15-10. Okay, low scoring. That's probably smart because both those teams are struggling on offense. They don't really score a lot of points. Okay, the next game on the Week 13 docket is the Indianapolis Colts at the Tennessee Titans. Both these teams play in the AFC South. Indianapolis, actually, after beating Tampa Bay, is in pretty good shape to make a playoffs spot. it's surprising because the Colts, not many people expected much from them this year. The Colts are 4-1 on the road away from Indianapolis this year. Tennessee, though, is 4-0 at home in Tennessee. So both teams are having success in those situations. I got a little bit of an upset. I have the Titans riding their running back, Derrick Henry, to a 17-16 win.
I actually thought that you would think the Colts would win, but now I'm really surprised.
Yeah.
But I guess Titans win 28-19.
Oh, so you thought you had kind of that was your upset pick?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I went with the Titans too. I was kind of reading your mind.
Yeah.
Picked the same as you. Great minds think alike, right? Okay, the next game, this is a good game.
Very good game.
Another one that if you looked at in the beginning of the year and you saw, Denver Broncos at Houston Texans, this game's going to be no good. And here they are, both 6 wins, 5 losses, both playing way better than anybody thought at the beginning of the year. The Broncos are one of the hottest teams in football, if not the hottest. They've won 5 games in a row. Their defense is playing well. Russell Wilson has regained that magic that he had when he was younger. And the Texans, they lost a tough game. You watched a lot of that game against the Jags last week, right?
That was a good game.
It was a good game, and it was close, and the Texans are young, and they fought right up to the end, and they missed that field goal right at the end that would have tied it. So that was a tough loss for the Texans. It's hard to pick against Denver when they've won 5 in a row, but I'm going to do it. I have Houston winning 24-21.
I have Broncos winning, Denver Broncos winning 28-19.
Okay, well, that sounds like it could be a...
Same as the Colts and the Titans.
Yeah, same score. Okay. Well, then we're opposite on that one. So I think that's the first one we haven't picked the same yet. Okay, on to the next game. This is a pretty good game.
Pretty good.
The Detroit Lions visiting the New Orleans Saints.
Wait, who did the Saints lose to again?
Yeah, did you see any of that game against Atlanta?
Oh, yeah.
They were about to score a touchdown, and they threw an interception that the Falcons returned for a touchdown.
I saw replays of a lot of games.
Okay. Yeah, the Saints, they kind of got behind in that one, and then they weren't able to catch up. They're 5-6, but they're actually tied for first place in their division. So they have a losing record, but they are in the playoff hunt because the NFC South is the worst division in football.
Wait, which one did you say?
Which division?
Yeah.
The NFC South is the worst division.
Or I mean, which team?
Which team?
Yeah.
Saints. They're 5-6, but they're in the playoff hunt. And Detroit, boy, that was a bad loss on Thanksgiving against the Packers. I did not see that coming. And I don't know that Detroit saw that coming. But maybe we should have seen it coming because Detroit didn't play well against the Bears the prior week. Go ahead.
No, never mind. It's
No.
not about what.
Okay, well, I'll just make my pick then. I think Detroit is the better team. I think the Saints are garbage. The only reason they're a playoff team is because they're in that awful division. I'll go Lions 24, Saints 17.
Lions winning 20-19. Oh, really close game, I guess.
Yeah. I hope that game's on TV because that'll be a good game. Okay, the first place Atlanta Falcons. They are only 5-6, but they're actually in first place because they haven't lost a game within their division yet. The Jets, I mean, you say this every week, they're just trash. They're on their 3rd quarterback, Tim Boyle. This guy played last year for the Bears. He's not the answer.
I have one really crazy thing that happened to say. I don't get how they won to the Eagles in first place.
How the Jets beat the Eagles? It was really shocking when it happened, and it's still shocking now because the more you see of the Jets, the more you see what a crummy team they are. I think that one game the Eagles were just maybe a little off, or maybe they went in a little overconfident, like, oh, we're just gonna pace the Jets. You know, all we have to do is
Just gonna win against them, and it's gonna be
like all we have to do is show up. And if we show up, like if the team bus, as long as the team bus arrives on time, isn't late, we're gonna win.
And then
But they didn't.
they probably were like, and then I didn't really watch that game, so I'm probably thinking, oh, this will be so easy. And then the Jets get to a high score while the Eagles are at a bad score, and then there's not enough time for them to get enough touchdowns.
Exactly. Maybe if the game was just a little longer, the Eagles could have pulled it out, but they didn't. But yeah, I mean, the Jets, ever since that game against the Eagles,
They've been not.
they've been bad, like almost worse than the league. So neither of these teams impress me, but the Falcons impress me slightly more. So I will go Falcons 12, Jets 7 in another stinker. I mean, that's just going to put people to sleep.
I have another bad score for the Jets, but not as bad.
Okay.
Falcons win 29-9.
29-9. Okay, that's kind of a blowout. But that's, you know, that very well could
It's
happen.
like you were just saying, like 299.
299. All right, on to the next game. We got Dolphins at Commanders. The Commanders, they got blown out on Thanksgiving. They fired their defensive coordinator. I don't see much good going on with the Commanders for the rest of the year. Meanwhile, the Dolphins are making a push for the playoffs behind the league's best wide receiver because Justin Jefferson's not playing. I think you called it cheetah, Tyreek Hill, right now.
Tyreek.
The best receiver in the NFL.
Yeah.
So I think the Dolphins are going to, again, have an offensive explosion, and they're going to crush the Commanders 30-13.
Oh. Okay, that's not anything like mine.
No?
But a bigger score for the Dolphins. Dolphins winning 40-29.
40-29. Okay, real shootout then. That's a lot of points for a game. Okay, that is the final game at noon on Sunday. So this next game starts at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. It's
Just
the
looking at the Panthers score, it looks horrible.
1 and 10.
Horrible.
Are they, or are they worse? Are they 1 and 10?
Yeah.
Yep. Well, Tampa Bay, I think, you know, they had 4 wins in the beginning of the season, and since then they've lost 4 in a row. But Carolina, I don't think they can take advantage of it. They're bad. And they fired their head coach, Frank Reich. He's out. So I'm not even sure who their next coach is. But they have the same players and the same players that have stunk all year. In another low-scoring, take a nap during this game because it's Tampa Bay 13, Panthers 9.
Lower score than mine.
Yeah.
Mine, I could just fall asleep the whole game. Panthers lose 16-9.
16-9. Okay.
6-9.
6-9.
Yeah.
9-6. Whoa. That's gonna be. So no touchdowns in that game? Just a bunch of field goals?
Panthers get 1 touchdown, but they don't get the extra
Miss the
point.
extra point. Okay.
Yeah.
I could see that. The Panthers kicker, he's the former Bear, and he wasn't that great. Eddie Pinheiro. Okay. This is, so we've talked about a lot of games that are like, these are going to put us to sleep, right?
Yeah.
Here's one that won't. The San Francisco 49ers travel to Philadelphia and take on the Philadelphia Eagles.
This will be a good game.
It's going to be a good game. Do you know that this is a rematch of the NFC Championship game last year? So these two teams played each other to get to the Super Bowl.
Oh.
Yep. And Brock Purdy, the 49ers quarterback, he was playing great all year.
And then he just got struck out and didn't play good.
Well, he got hurt in that game last year. So he had to play through it, and he couldn't even throw. I mean, they weren't even trying to call pass plays from what I remember.
So he just did handoffs the rest of the game?
Mostly,
Why
yeah.
didn't he just say, I need to sit out?
I think their other guy even got hurt too. I think their other quarterback was named Josh Johnson or something like that, and he came in and then he got hurt. And then, so Purdy had to come back in, but something was wrong with his arm to the point that he wasn't really able to throw. So San Francisco was not at their best last year because they got 2 quarterbacks knocked out of that game. I picked against Philadelphia when they played the Chiefs. I picked against Philadelphia.
Wait, which game? The Super Bowl?
No, the one we just picked a couple weeks ago, the Monday night game.
Oh, yeah.
So I picked against them that week. I picked against them when they played Buffalo last week, and the Eagles won both. I'm not making the same mistake 3 times in a row. I've got Eagles 28, 49ers 24. And I'm surprised the Eagles or the 49ers are favored. That surprises me.
I want to say, I should have said the 49ers are going to win because the last game, they could have had a chance, but then he got hurt, so he couldn't play. So I should have said that they would win because they didn't know if they were going to win or not. So, but then he got hurt. 49ers lose. I had 15 to 28.
Eagles 28, 49ers 15. Okay. Well, yeah, I don't think those teams like each other very much. So when they play,
There are enemies or in football.
rivals.
Yeah, right.
Rivals. Yeah, well, they're not in the same division, but because they're the best 2 teams in the NFC now for the 2nd year in a row, I would call them. There's a rivalry that's kind of budding.
You know,
They have a rivalry.
the Chiefs and the 49ers should play. The Chiefs should be right there because they got the same score.
Same record.
Yeah.
Okay, 8-3. Yeah. Okay, just a couple games left. The Cleveland Browns are traveling to Los Angeles and take on the Rams. The Browns quarterback got a concussion. We talked a little bit about concussions last week. So now I don't even know who's playing quarterback for Cleveland right now. It might be Joe Flacco.
They did win against the Bengals. Or did? Wait, no. Who?
The Browns.
The Browns and
They lost to Denver last week.
wait. I didn't really see much of that game, so
Okay.
I saw the replays, but then I just walked away like I'm so tired.
Okay.
Because at the starting when I was watching, it was a low score.
Okay.
And then I just got tired because I was watching the low scoring games.
Oh, you were tired of watching low scoring games.
Yeah.
I gotcha. Well, the Rams have won 2 straight games, and they're actually in pretty good playoff positioning right now.
5 and 6.
It's surprising that that's in good shape, but the Vikings now are 6-6 because they lost to the Bears on Monday night.
I like that game a lot.
Yeah.
And I was cheering for the Bears. I don't know why, but I didn't have my Viking spirit in.
Okay, but you got your Viking spirit today, apparently.
I guess.
I guess. Well, you're kind of being dominated by the Bears here with all the jerseys and helmets. So I get it. But getting back to this game, I guess my point was the Rams are 5-6. The Vikings are only 6-6. Seattle, I think, is 6-5. So the Rams are right behind those teams for a playoff spot right now. I think the Rams are a better team right now. I think the quarterback situation in Cleveland is a problem. So I've got the Rams winning 21-10.
Different score. I guess Browns actually winning.
Ooh, on the road.
On the road. 28-15.
28-15. All right. 2 games remaining. You will be interested in this game, I imagine, but it is the Sunday night game, so you're probably going to get tired before it's over. The Chiefs travel to Green Bay to take on the Packers. The Packers, like we talked about at the beginning, they surprised people and they beat Detroit. And now they're another team that's...
Love was playing.
Love played well. Their defense, I think, scored a touchdown. Forced Goff into a bunch of mistakes. Kansas City beat the Raiders pretty easily, although they did get down 14-0. I don't know if you noticed that, but at the beginning of the game, the Chiefs were losing by 14 points right off the bat. I think Green Bay is going to keep it close, but I cannot pick the Packers in this one. I've got Chiefs 24, Packers 20.
You've done a lot of schooling like that.
Really?
I guess, I mean, to me,
Okay.
I feel like, I guess Chiefs winning 20 to 15.
All right. Good.
Now, this will be my favorite game of the whole sheet.
I was going to say, do you realize that the last 3 Monday night games, so 2 weeks ago, the Chiefs, one of your top 5 favorite teams.
Oh, I meant the Bengals.
I know. But 2 weeks ago, the Chiefs played the Eagles on Monday night, right? And last week, the Bears, your favorite team, played the Vikings, your second favorite team. Now, this next Monday night, your 4th favorite team,
Take on my 5th favorite team.
Jags Bengals. So you've been pretty lucky with the Monday night games being full of your favorite teams. I think this game is going to be a lot more exciting than the Bears-Vikings game, which, for a non-fan of those teams, was another game that would put you to sleep, that would make you turn off the TV and say, it's time for bed, this game does not matter, these are 2 bad teams playing bad football, but it was fun for me. I enjoyed it. I liked it. I don't care if it's ugly, it was still a win.
Wait, what game?
The Bears-Vikings game. Because that was ugly, but I think this Bengals-Jaguars game, I think there will be points scored.
Will be better.
The Bears-Vikings game did come down to the last minute, so from that standpoint, it was a close game. I don't think this game's going to be close because you watch the Bengals game, without Joe Burrow, they're not the same team, they're just not. The Jaguars,
At least the Marquee didn't get hurt.
Yeah, Jamar Chase did not get hurt, you're right. So I guess
And he's pretty good.
he is pretty good.
He's probably kind of like a Justin Jefferson.
Yeah, you know what? Those guys played together in college on the same team.
They did?
Yeah, the Louisiana State Tigers.
Oh.
Bayou Bengals.
I
And
didn't
you know what? They played with Joe Burrow.
They did?
Yeah.
Joe Burrow was their quarterback?
Burrow, Jefferson, and Chase were all on the same college team.
And Joe Burrow was their quarterback?
He was their quarterback, and he won the Heisman Trophy that year.
So he was playing really good and they won the trophy?
They won the championship. They won it all that year, yeah.
They won the Super Bowl except for in college?
Yeah, they just call it the national championship. Yep. Yeah, so 2 of your favorite teams, top 5 at least, playing. I think Jags get it done 31-16. It's in Jacksonville, and I don't think the Bengals stand a chance.
I don't think they stand a chance either. I guess Jack's winning with Lawrence 20 to 15.
Trevor Lawrence is going to get it done for them?
Yes.
Okay, whoops, I guess that means the schedule's over.